The two bridges are really critical to the area. You're right in the heart of Canton. You have the Football Hall of Fame to the north of here, and you have Amish country to the south, so it's a pretty heavily traveled area.
This started out as a bridge redecking about 13 years ago. Started doing our standard inspections and analysis, and right near the end we found the problems with a couple of the bridges, few of them not even on the project initially. They came up with ultimately a bunch of bridge replacements and trying to stabilize a bridge while we reconstructed it underneath it.
The ramp structure was actually failing. We had to let an emergency project, and overall, just right out of the gate, this project quickly became something that was heavily important to the department and this area to keep these structures intact for the indefinite future.
It was a little bit chaotic at first, and once we all agreed upon a solution, we moved forward very quickly into tracings for some very complex substructures and bridges. The AugerCast ACIP piles, they were already on the job. We were using them for temporary shoring up at the phase line shoring because we had very, very tall shoring and very, very poor soil, so we were using them for vertical and tieback elements up there.
When they were installing the drilled shafts in construction, we had several issues with large cobbles, and we had segmental casings that they were having issues with, and it was just taking a really long time. So the cast-in-place piles were suggested by Eric and the team to mitigate those issues in that long time frame.
So we took a step back. To the credit of the district and everybody else, we were open to new ideas. Luckily, the contractor could build them. We had people on staff that knew how to design them and have worked installing them as well. It actually did save us some on the foundation because they're smaller and we could get them into tight corners with low headroom easier. And it did make our foundation even more efficient when we were able to make that switch in the middle between building one bridge and first phase of another one.
They actually ended up helping the project and working out really well, and really being an instrumental, groundbreaking effort on the use of cast-in-place piles on a transportation project.
Early on, we looked at just maintaining traditional 2 lanes, just shifting traffic around on existing structures, but it became apparent that we just couldn't do the work with the high skew. This is a 67.5-degree skew bridge for the main line. We couldn't really keep traffic on the bridge, put in all the shoring we need, and we did get MoTeC PIAC approval to essentially do a runaround, and we took traffic up and over one ramp, around through some custom-built loops that kept traffic continuously flowing. So we had a diversion route, but we did keep 2 northbound lanes open the entire time. And that do the loops diversion route, it worked well through construction, and it's really saved us the room to be able to build this thing the way we needed to. The project, it started off, as we keep mentioning, a redeck, and then it really turned into we need to work together closely at all times. Pretty much every division within central office stake in this, and we would meet with them constantly. If something would come up, oftentimes within days we would come up with a solution, go meet in person on site if we had to. It was great because everyone agreed to it and we moved forward.
Eric's great to work with. Honestly, this project taught me a lot. I think it taught Gannett Fleming a lot. I think it taught OG and OSE a lot. We collaborated throughout the project. It was very fast-tracked. We had to get something done before the bridge was going to fail, so we were on an extremely tight time frame. Stage 2 to the planned package delivery less than 9 months. Overall, just really proud of the team and the work that we put into the project.
Overall, there's a story to tell to almost every part of this, and there's a uniqueness to most parts of these plans and this bridge that you can't necessarily see, but it's all there.